Good Thursday evening, February 20th, and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here are a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. The results from the 2025 Wenatchee point-in-time count are in and show a small change in the current community of local homeless. A new lighting system at Pangbourne Memorial Airport was a major contributor in no weather-related cancellations last winter. Much wetter and much warmer weather is headed our way. I'll have your weekend forecast coming up. During an investigation into the theft of a mini bike last week, East Wenatchee Police officers reported making 4 arrests and seizing illegal drugs and a variety of stolen items. According to East Wenatchee Police Chief Rick Johnson, officers witnessed a man in possession of a mini bike reported stolen from Coastal Farm and Ranch on February 10th. Further investigation unveiled another nearby man in possession of bolt cutters matching a hole in the fence at the business. Officers arrested 26-year-old Ryan Para and later arrested 29-year-old Angel Elias on February 12th. A subsequent search of a residence near the 700 block of North Baker Avenue on February 13th yielded powdered fentanyl, meth, and counterfeit oxycodone pills, as well as a stolen handgun and over $2,000 worth of stolen DeWalt power tools. 2 more individuals were arrested during that residential search, one for an active warrant and the other for violation of a protection order. 2 people were injured yesterday morning after a vehicle on Highway 97 south of Pateros slid on slush into the path of an oncoming semi. The Washington State Patrol said 22-year-old Nicholas Huff of Pateros was driving a 2012 Ford Focus South on the highway. It was about 11:15 a.m. when he hit the slush and spun into the path of a semi being driven by 37-year-old Renee Martin of East Wenatchee. Huff and a passenger in his vehicle, 20-year-old Bailey Canales of Riverside, were both transported to Three Rivers Hospital in Brewster with undisclosed injuries. Martin and a 2-year-old boy in Huff's vehicle were not injured. Both vehicles were totaled. The results from the 2025 Wenatchee point-in-time count are in and show a small change in the current community of local homeless. The count was conducted across Chelan and Douglas counties on January 30th and aims to gather information about the current state and needs of homeless individuals. This year's results show a decrease of 37 unsheltered individuals and a 64-person increase in sheltered. The majority of those surveyed were white males. However, the average age of the homeless was much younger this year compared to 2024. A bill that would establish rent controls on residential units in Washington took another step toward becoming law on Wednesday. Senate Bill 5222 would not allow landlords to raise rent or fees the first year of tenancy and then allow no increases above 7% per year thereafter. Supporters say the rent controls would help provide stability and certainty for residents. Before its passage by the Senate Housing Committee, 12th District Senator Keith Gaynor said he was voting no because the bill could actually hinder future development of rental housing.
I really feel like it's important for us to really address the real issue, and that's the lack of housing. And the bill says that it's to ensure stability. And in my opinion, it's really not going to do that at all, because we can't, at this point, we really can't build our homes fast enough. But we're trying to work with what we want to have as a static environment where, everybody will stay in the same place. The rents will be very, consistent. And in reality, we need to make sure that we're not hindering further development. What we've seen is that when people find their lives regulated, they tend to move to where they have less regulation. And that's really the testimony that we've heard, is that people will reinvest or invest outside the state of Washington because of the uncertainty of their ability to actually cover the costs of maintaining or even constructing new units.
When we come back, a new lighting system at Pangbourne Memorial Airport was a major contributor in no weather-related cancellations last winter. And we will introduce you to 2 adorable rabbits up for adoption at the Wenatchee Valley Humane Society. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Hi, I'm Amanda Walden with A. Walden Insurance Group. Medicare can be overwhelming, but you don't have to figure it out alone. I've been helping people understand their Medicare options for over a decade. Medicare isn't a one-size-fits-all. I'll help you understand your coverage options so you can feel confident in your decisions. Let's find the right Medicare plan for you. Call me today or come and see me at my office located on South Chelan Avenue in Wenatchee between the YMCA and the Social Security office. I look forward to meeting you soon.
Coming home should never be a chore. Let Merry Maids of Wenatchee customize all your cleaning needs. Weekly, bi-weekly, special occasion. Do you have a vacation home that needs cleaning? We clean them too. Locally owned and operated, let Merry Maids do the cleaning while you focus on your family and friends. Merry Maids has special offers to fit your budget. Request your free cleaning estimate today. 509-663-1710.
Caught in a conflict? Family, workplace, neighbor, business, housing disputes? Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center provides mediation services, a cost-effective and efficient way to provide a written resolution to disputes and issues. Plus, we offer mediation training and community education on conflict resolution and communication skills. Contact us to learn more.
Hey, hon, would you run this around to the wash rack?
Oh, okay.
Hey, hon, what happened?
They shrunk the truck.
The all-new mid-size Canyon is now available at Sangster Motors.
A new lighting system at Pangbourne Memorial Airport was a major contributor in no weather-related cancellations last winter. The Medium Intensity Approach Lighting System, or MILSR, was installed in 2024 and helps pilots land in inclement weather. The system consists of steady burning light bars and flashers that provide pilots with runway alignment, height perception, and roll guidance to support approaching flights. The MILSR reduced the required visibility from 1 mile to a half a mile and has helped decrease cancellations related to weather. The airport is still affected by weather in Seattle, though Port Commissioner Richard Durock said in a port video that Pangbourne is now more reliable in inclement weather than Seattle.
Hi everyone, my name is Haley and I'm the foster care coordinator here at Wenatchee Valley Humane Society. And with me this week is Jerry and her brother Ben. They came to the shelter as an owner surrender, and since they've been here, they've been very sweet. Ben loves his snacks and comes up to the front of the kennel to get what we lovingly call Cheerios. They're little alfalfa rings. And Jerry here, a little less food motivated, but she's still very sweet. She lets me pick her up and carry her around. She kind of falls asleep in my arms most days. Ben is also good with being picked up and carried around. He does prefer exploring a little bit more than Jerry does, but Jerry also has an adventurous side. They are not a bonded pair and they do not have to go together. The process to bond them would probably take a while. So if that's something you are willing to do, then by all means, but they are not required to go home together. They're sweet little baby buns who would make an adorable pet for, someone who wants a couple of indoor bunnies in their lives. So bunnies, they will need space to roam around. They're pretty playful, they like running, they like exploring. These two are well on their way to being litter box trained, so they can continue that training in a home environment. And once they're litter box trained, they will go back to their box for potty breaks. So that does help with people who decide to free roam their bunnies in the house. Their diet mainly consists of hay and rabbit food. I believe it's an alfalfa timothy mix, but I could be wrong. They love munching on, fruits and vegetables, but those should be small, limited snacks and not their entire diet. Bunnies make really good companions. They're sweet, they're personable, they like playing with people. If you would like to meet Ben and Jerry, you're more than welcome to come on down to the shelter to meet them. We are open every day except for Wednesday, and we'd be more than willing to help you find a little bunny for your home.
Give them a call at 509-662-9577 or visit their website at wenatcheehumane.org.
Coming up next in tonight's feature story, we will talk with two directors with North Central Washington Libraries, recipients of this year's Community Impact Award. Our weather over the next several days will be wet and warmer. I'll have your full local weather forecast coming up. That and much more still to come tonight. Please stay with us.
Your piece of land demands the very best equipment. Kubota equipment. The #1 selling compact tractor in the U.S. with professional-grade mowers, versatile sidekick utility vehicles, and compact tractors that get it done right, all backed by unmatched dealer support. Talk to your dealer today to schedule a demo.
Hi folks, welcome to Save Mart. How can we help you today?
We're looking for a recliner.
Okay, right this way. Go ahead and move this chase on the other side. You can use this time warranty.
Great, I want that one. I like that one.
That's a great choice.
And I want this one as well.
Okay.
And I definitely want this one.
You'll find it at Save Mart. Full service at a low, low price.
Remember when you could afford to have fun on two wheels without breaking the bank? Maybe you started on a Honda Z50 or a Trail 70 or one of the most popular Hondas of all time, the Trail 90. Well, Honda and Doghouse Motorsports are making fun affordable again. Introducing the Honda Monkey, the Dax, and the new updated Trail 125, all featuring fuel-injected 4-stroke engines with electric start. The best part of all, they are affordably priced under $5,000. Whether you're just getting started or you want to get back at it, Doghouse Motorsports has you covered.
A library is one of the centers of a community. That makes the North Central Washington Library System a center of 30 different communities. This year, the agency is the recipient of a Community Impact Award from the Wenatchee World. In tonight's feature story, two directors of the system spoke with NCWLIFE News about how NCW Libraries accomplishes the mission of serving its users.
I think broadly the library is a place that anyone can come, and we want to really be thinking about our mission and especially the way that we provide something really vital in our communities. The library district is really broad. We have 30 locations over a 5-county area. So we have the library in Wenatchee, of course, but then also really far-flung, teeny tiny libraries with maybe one staff member in communities where there's not much else. So being able to provide a space that has really great access to engaging programming, great collections, computers, technology help, and a really highly qualified staff member who can help folks navigate the world.
There's a lot happening at the Wenatchee branch, and a lot of it happens in the building itself, but so much of it actually happens outside of the library. I think a lot of people don't realize how much of our work takes place outside of library buildings. So we have staff that do regular visits to youth who are at the Chelan County Juvenile Detention Center, just trying to connect those youth with resources and reading materials while they're being detained. We have done some pretty intense partnership work, especially around
immigration and citizenship. So I don't know if you're aware, we actually had USCIS come during the summer, and they were here for 3 days, and they did interviews. We actually had an oath ceremony for I think 8 people who naturalized during that event. Just, again, really trying to think about what folks in the community need and then responding accordingly.
Thinking about how we can leverage what we're doing in our communities to make a bigger impact is really important. Thinking about what regional partnerships can we develop, how can we look at what other folks are doing in their communities and then work together to elevate everybody's effort. Our operating budget is small, it's tight, so figuring out how we can maximize the resources that we do have to partner with others to all kind of do more together is something that we're always trying to do more of. And then I would say also our Reimagining Spaces project. So we're renovating the interiors of all of our libraries, and that work will continue into this next year. We have a couple of really exciting projects underway, and that's really exciting to me because with each library update that we're able to do, we really do a lot of community engagement. So it's an opportunity for the local staff to go out into the community and find out who's not using the library and what they would want in that space, and then who is using the library and what they want in that space. And some of these spaces are only a couple thousand square feet, so we really have to figure out how to make it do a whole lot of things for a whole lot of people. But the ones that we've finished so far have turned out beautifully, and it's been really fun to see. When we think about resources that a library offer, obviously people have this nostalgic idea of a room filled with books, all the best books, and that libraries are really for readers, but that's not what we're all about. It's a really important part of what we do, but we're really about providing a wide variety of resources for all kinds of people and all kinds of learners. So when you go into your library, you should be able to feel like the world is a big and vast and exciting place, and that you have a place in it and you can learn about so many different things. And so I think we always want to be aiming for how can we reflect the communities we serve, how can we be providing programming that's relevant to folks, but then how can we help other community members also connect with what's relevant to their neighbors and friends or folks in their community that they don't engage with very much. So really being a place where everyone can come together, learn from each other, and just get excited that the world is a vast place.
Time now to take a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope you had a great Thursday. It felt warmer out there today. It wasn't bad, but that little breeze kind of made it feel cool. We did have some filtered sunshine, at least in the Wenatchee Valley, but not the same as we look up out our weather window this afternoon up at Lake Wenatchee. And you can see still a lot of clouds up that way, some fresh snow and some rain from yesterday all over our area, and that made for some clouds and foggy start to our day today. All right, what we're dealing with now as we get into the end of the weekend, especially this weekend, with the rain that we expect this weekend and also the snow that's on the ground, we could have a pretty significant snow melt as we get into Saturday and Sunday. We're expecting temperatures on the upper 40s to near 50, so that'll mean a lot of melt, especially small streams. They will be rising, some will be flooding. Make sure you keep those storm drains cleared because we are warming up and we're going to get wet. We'll talk about that in a second. 35 unofficially our high temperature today. 44 now is our normal high temperature. 62 our record, and that was set back in 1961. 28 this morning, that is our normal low temperature for this time of year. Our record low, 4 degrees in 1986. Sunrise, 6:57 this morning, and the sun sets at 5:33. All right, taking a look at what you can expect getting you into Friday. Temperatures slightly warmer tomorrow, 40 degrees for Moses Lake and Ephrata, upper 30s to almost 40 for Quincy, and then the rest of us mid to upper 30s from Ellensburg into Wenatchee, also Chelan, Omak maybe a touch warmer at 38, and then mid 30s for folks in the upper elevations more into western Chelan County. But we're warming up, as I mentioned. Atmospheric rivers setting up. 1, 2, 3, 4 areas of low pressure out in the Pacific right now, and you can see see the beginning of that atmospheric river. That means wetter and warmer as we head into the upcoming weekend and into the first part of next week. There's the first remnants of that first area of low pressure. That'll try and push in tonight, bringing mostly cloudy skies, maybe some patchy fog. Low temperatures tonight, right around 30 degrees. For your Friday, cloudy skies. That low will slide up off the coast of British Columbia and bring us about a 30% chance of rain and snow. Lots of clouds, and there's the beginning of that moisture from at least that area of low pressure. We're not talking atmospheric river yet. That's just a separate low. Here we go then as we get into Saturday. You can see the wind associated with that band of rain showers. Not so much in the afternoon, but as we get into the evening, there you go for Saturday. PM rain is likely. Temperatures will begin to warm up into the lower 40s. For Sunday, lots of clouds around the Pacific Northwest. Rain will be likely throughout the day, maybe even heavy in parts of western Chelan County. And we're warming up some more. Sunday's high temperatures in the upper 40s. And then as we get you into the first part of next week, look at this area of low pressure right here. This is unbelievably strong wind right here. So we're going to keep our eye on the west coast of Washington as we get into Monday. We're going to warm up some more with a 50% chance of rain. Highs around 50 to start next week. And then on Tuesday, high pressure moves in. You can see the ridge up and over us. Maybe some showers in the mountains and into western Washington. 30% chance that we'll see that here. High temperatures again on Tuesday, right around 50 degrees. I'll tell you what, folks, this is our day. Wednesday, high pressure up and over the Pacific Northwest, moving east. We will just see some high clouds on Wednesday, and it will be nice with high temperatures again, right around 50 degrees. Here's your 7-day forecast. 30 overnight tonight. A slight chance for afternoon showers tomorrow and 37. Rain Saturday and Sunday, especially Saturday night, all day on Sunday. 48 degrees warming up to on Sunday, and we'll do even better than that as we get you into Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We're going to still stay with the showery weather, at least on Monday and Tuesday, but look at those highs, near 50 degrees. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Eric Granstrom and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Bring the whole family up to Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house in historic downtown Chelan. Applewood smoked brisket, street-style tacos, and our award-winning barbecue rubs and sauces. Our meals pair perfectly with our exciting lineup of craft ales, made right here in Chelan. We've got room for big groups, or give us a call for catering. So grab the kids and check out the fun at Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house located in the heart of Chelan.
A good Thursday to you. The championship of the Four Nations face-off is tonight in Boston. U.S. will try to beat Canada for the second time in a week in tonight's title bout. Last Saturday, following 3 fights in the first 9 seconds. Speaking of bout, the U.S. beat Canada 3-1. They're dropping the puck. Well, in fact, that game is underway on ESPN. Seattle Kraken, by the way, will return to action Friday, make that Saturday in Florida against the Panthers. That'll be on Kong TV. Well, Gonzaga erased an early deficit and beat Washington State in men's college basketball last night. The final score between the Zags and Cougars, 84-63. Meanwhile, Washington took Rutgers to overtime last night in a back-and-forth contest, eventually relenting in the extra period, 89-85. Huskies had a great chance to win that game towards the end of regulation, but turned the ball over. Eastern Washington's men are on the road at Northern Colorado tonight. That's on ESPN+. Haley Van Lith came close to a triple-double last night as 10th-rated TCU beat Arizona State on the road 82-66. Van Lith finished with 10 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists on the night. On the schedule tonight, very busy as a matter of fact. All 6 o'clock games. Eastern Washington women hosting Northern Arizona. Rutgers visit Washington. Washington State hosts San Francisco. Gonzaga welcomes St. Mary's. Today is the first day of the MAC Classic 36 happening in the Tacoma Dome. We're watching 8 wrestlers from Moses Lake, 5 each from Wenatchee and Eastmont at the tournament. So here's what's happened so far today. First, we'll start with Moses Lake at 106 pounds. Jose Villanueva won by fall and won by fall. He's in the quarterfinals. Ian Garza at 113 won by fall and by technical fall. He is also in the quarterfinals. Cruz Hernandez won by major decision, then lost by a fall, so he drops to the consolation bracket at 120 pounds. 138 pounds, Drayton Gather won by technical fall, but then lost by a major decision. 144 pounds, Trenton Vasquez won his first match and his second. He is in the quarterfinals. 157 pounds, Connor Brosnahan lost by fall, then won by fall, so he's still alive. 190 pounds, it was Malachi Town winning by fall. His second match underway as we speak. 215-pound match, Eli Anderson won by fall. His second match still to come. For Eastmont, 150 pounds, Nelson Nygaard is out of the tournament. He lost his first 2 matches by pin. 165 pounds, Jacoby Mercado won his first match by pin, lost the second by pin, coming back through the consolation bracket. Dax Dixon is in the quarterfinals. He won his first 2 matches of the day. 190 pounds, Riker Hall lost by fall. He's still wrestling. Ricardo Colunga Jr. won by a fall. He's still alive. Wenatchee Panthers, D'Angelo Negretti, he won his first match by technical fall, but then lost his second match, 9-8 the final. He's in the consolation bracket. 157 pounds, Micah Mahuika won by technical fall, but then lost 13-5. He is coming back through the consolation bracket. John Gutzweiler also lost by fall in his first match at 175. 190 pounds, Logan Lamb winner by pin. Luke Flugie lost by pin at 285. He'll have to come back. We're also following 10 lady wrestlers from Moses Lake, 2 from Wenatchee, and 4 from Eastmont at MAC Classic. All right, so here's what's happened for the ladies so far. For Moses Lake, Trinity Town is a winner by fall, then a loser by fall in 100 pounds. Kayla Gonzalez wins by fall twice. She's in the quarterfinals. 105-pounder Grace Martinez won in a major decision but lost her second match. 110 pounds, Kamala Martinez won by fall, then lost by pin. 120 pounds, Hayden Linscott won by technical fall, then won by a pin. She's in the quarterfinals. Nali Garcia at 140 pounds wins by pin and a major decision. She too is in the quarterfinals. 155, Emma Thompson won by fall, but then lost 11-4. 170 pounds, Naomi Cruz wins by a fall, but then loses by a pin. 190 pounds, Isabel Fredley won by a pin, lost by a score of 13-9. 235, Caitlin Rodriguez for the Moses Lake Mavericks got by the first round with a bye, won the second round by pin. She is in the quarterfinals. 110 pounds for Eastmont. Elena Dixon is in the quarterfinals. She won her first 2 matches pretty easily by pin. 125 pounds, Madeline Vibert won by major decision, but then lost by a fall. She's in consolation bracket. 130 pounds, Gracie Peterson wins by a pin, but then loses by a pin. 145 pounds, Giselle Delgado lost and then won by pin. Wenatchee Panthers, 120-pounder Savannah Hoffman lost by a decision of 7-5, then won 6-1. She's still alive. 135 pounds, Stephanie Salgado lost by a pin, then won by pin. So it continues. Now the today reserved for the larger schools, 4A and 3A. The rest of the tournament for everybody else gets underway tomorrow. That includes 4 wrestlers each from Ephrata and Quincy in the 2A tournament. There's quite a contingent from the Basin Wrestling tomorrow in the 2A girls tournament. Ephrata has 9 wrestlers. Quincy also with 9. 32 wrestlers hailing from Cascade, Cashmere, and Chelan will participate in the 1A boys tournament tomorrow. Meanwhile, on the girls' side for Cashmere, they have 8 wrestlers in the Tacoma Dome, while Chelan has 2 representing the best. Way to follow the latest, of course, is on our Facebook page, NCWLIFE. Look it up there. Davis girls won their 3rd straight district championship. We're gone to basketball now last night. Leading by 34 at halftime, Pirates brought in their starters after West Valley went on a 4-2 run. They left them in for the rest of the game. Final 100-25. Eastmont hosting Eisenhower tonight at 6 o'clock, with the winner advancing to face West Valley in the last chance at state. That'll be Saturday at 6. District 5 4A boys title match determined tonight in West Valley as the Rams host Davis. Moses Lake will try to stay alive with a game at home against Eisenhower. That's at 6 o'clock. District 5 1A boys tournament continues tonight with Cowan Benton visiting Wapato at 6. It's a loser-out game there. The Cashmere boys play at Chelan at 7:30, with the winner advancing to state. Loser goes to the crossover this weekend. The Chelan girls will hit the floor first tonight at home against Cascade in a loser-out game at 6. The other game features Wapato and Natchez Valley. Wenatchee High School is the site for the four 1B tournament games tonight. It starts at 6 o'clock with Soap Lake and Wilson Creek girls in the auxiliary gym. Waterville Mansfield girls face Pateros for the championship in the main gym. Boys games have Soap Lake and Oroville playing a loser-out contest at 8 o'clock, while Waterville Mansfield meets Moses Lake Christian for the boys title. That will be in the main gym. And that is a ton of sports. I'm Eric Granstrom. Have a happy Thursday.
I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us, and have a great night.